thing. It is Tuesday, June 18th, 2024, and it's about 7:30 in the morning, and we're at about 74 degrees. I got my grape trellis kind of set in place as to where I wanted it to, the layout. I need to get at least 2 more of the masonry reinforcements, but this is what I'm working with so far. So we'll see what becomes of this project. I hadn't tightened down the zip lines as yet, just trying to do the layout first before I do that. All right, took a few minutes to pull some weeds I saw in this bed, because that's one of the things you got to stay on top of, especially in this bed. So I need to get some of that piping tape to put around the base of this outlet, because I'm getting too big of a flow once you connect or turn the spigot on, and my intent is to at least have this going for about an hour or more to make sure the drip line is working in that bed. So that's one project I need to address. Now, with all the blooms that this apple tree had in the spring, I haven't seen any apples. The one in the front, we already have apples falling to the ground. So I am going to come out here and trim some of these overhanging branches, because it makes it difficult when you try to mow around it. And since this may be the year that it doesn't fruit, I'm going to lop some stuff off. I noticed that my bean trellis, I don't know if it's a pinto bean or not, but I have beans growing here, so that needs to be harvested at some point. I haven't noticed my friend in about a week. I think I saw it last on Monday, so it might have moved on. And as you can tell, I have a whole bunch of apples on this tree. And I'm sad that my wishing well didn't produce those green envy zinnias. I would have really liked to see those finally. I will come out here in a bit and pick up some apples for the chickens. So let's see what we could get into today. All right, got those lower limbs trimmed up. So going around this apple tree with the mower should be a simpler process from this point forward. Oh, I'm gonna harvest a few more pea pods here. Got a few dry ones. I'm gonna leave them for a couple more days before I pick those. And I've been harvesting them and then shelling them, and I'm almost at a cup, and as soon as I get to a cup, I will be cooking them for an evening meal. Anyway, I have a Juneteenth event today, so I am going to call it a vlog for today, and I'll get back with you at a later date.
My birthday suit are black. Please don't shoot. But your words weaponize your willful ignorance, working to dehumanize anyone with pigment. You're so articulate isn't a compliment. It just exposes your notions preconceived and atrocious that it's a shock. I'm able to control language when I'm supposed to be on the block or trying to get rap famous. For those of you who don't know, Taboo is a family game in which you pull a card, and on the top of that card there is a noun. Now, the objective of the game is to get your teammates to guess that key word. Now, the trick is that there's a list of words and phrases you cannot say when describing that key word. Now, I have created an expansion pack, and I wanted to know, will y'all play with me? Yes. Yes, all right, we're in it. Then let's do it. Ooh, okay, start off easy. When you make someone pick cotton, but don't give them anything for their efforts, what do we call that? Slavery. Slavery, right. But I couldn't say black people because that was a given. I couldn't say Native Americans because most of them didn't survive. And I couldn't say still exist because some of y'all would get mad. So, okay, all right, we gotta keep going. All right, this was the cause of the last card. Another way to put it is when you treat someone lesser because of their shade. What do we call that? Racism. Racism, but I couldn't say black because that would be playing the race card. I couldn't say systematic because we're pretending that doesn't exist. I couldn't say reverse because that actually doesn't exist. And I couldn't say microaggressions because I'm supposed to be happy that they're not calling me the N-word anymore to my face. Right, I'm going to start by naming people who have this. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Darren Wilson, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, yes, I'm going to keep going. Hillary Clinton, Taylor Swift, all of my teachers, my AP classmates, my college colleagues, most police officers, the judge. I have a 33% chance of meeting the jury. That will not be made up of my peers, the news reporters who will cover the story if I don't live to see the courtroom, the people who get called by name, not color. What do we call that?
Privilege.
Privilege. In 1787, the Three-Fifths Compromise was created by the inability to recognize the humanity within black people. The denial was legal. Now, Three-Fifths is a cultural compromise. 60% black is all that's authorized for America's acceptability. So if I don't fit into respectability politics, or I don't speak quite right, or my attitude doesn't appeal to you, or my presence doesn't apologize, or my consciousness criticizes your constructs, then I'm too black for you. And that just won't do. So for you, I've got to choose which three I'll be, and which two I'll hide from you. 1.
And everything. It is Wednesday, June 19th, 2024. It's about 7:30 in the morning. I've been out here so far for about an hour, getting a few things done. First of all, happy Juneteenth. It's going to be a scorcher today. See, I have a tomato on that one. This is my cucumbers, and they're started to flower out. Anyway, it's going to be a scorcher. So I came out early. I got this stuff over here weeded as I intended to. Now, it's supposed to be overcast. So I am thinking that I want to... got a ripe Joe Hosta this morning. So we're going to try her. These look ripe as well. Okay, I have two over there. And I need to put a bag on that. I'm gonna try those. Anyway, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna lay some of these pavers down. I bought 8 on Saturday, and those 2 and I'll try to start working on this to see what the layout is going to be. So I took the lids off of my propagation toad. They seem to still be doing fine. It says it's about, what in here, 90. So have the door open. So I'm gonna come back out and see, since it's gonna be overcast, what if anything I can do with that gap. So I'll bring it back. Also managed to get those limbs picked up this morning. So that's one less thing off the list. And so far, everything seems to be doing a-okay. Alright, good everything. It is now 6:30 in the evening. And the project I got accomplished today was I managed to get these boards painted and lay out my first set of pavers. I need to get the front lifted so I could slide them under there and make it a snug fit. But for now, this is what we're working with. We have 10 pavers for the first row, so 10 12 by 12. So I am going to wait till my husband comes home and try to get that fitted this evening, but got that project taken care of. So check that off the block. It looks like it's getting ready to storm, so I'm going to get the chickens put up, and I'll catch you on the next one. Well, good everything. It is 4:30 in the afternoon, obviously. And today I figured, based on the app, I would harvest some of these carrots. Now, these were the ones that were sown with the seed tape method, and according to my zone, the app says it should be ready to be picked in June. I picked some already. They're teeny tiny, nothing to write home about. By the way, it is Thursday, June the 20th, and we're at about 68 degrees. I'm sorry, 86 degrees. I wish it was 68. So I'm looking at some that look like they're going to bolt. So those are the ones that I am picking. Or maybe you have seed heads. So let's see here. We can get. So that's another one. So far I've managed to get 5 out of the 6 that I pick that may just be good for an edible snack. So I have a few more heads here that I'd like to pull. Got another one there. And let's see what you got going on. Yeah, these are still tiny. Now, the bed over there that's the one that I did the slurry in, so we'll give that another month or so before we go digging in that bed. Anyway, today focus is to do a bit of weeding in this bed, and we got a lot of rain last night, or yesterday I should say, and it's just overcast today. So I'll bring you back when I'm done. All right, so I managed to get these 2 beds a little bit cleaned up. That is my carrot harvest. I'm thinking that the fact that they were on the tape the seed tape method. That's why they came out straight and not as crooked or curled as you may see other harvests. So I'm gonna let these keep going and see how big they get. And as I was attempting to weed this area, I noticed that one of my ground cherries has a whole lot of ground cherries on it. And this might be the Aunt Molly variety, which is what I originally planted in this bed. The tomatoes, I've also put on some fruit, so that's a good thing. Now, what I was thinking was that the Johansta berry, I was trying to figure out how to describe it, and I remembered as a child growing up eating gooseberries. You may not be familiar with that, but it has a gooseberry type of taste. So when I looked it up online, it says it's a cross between gooseberry and currants, either black currant, red currant. So if you're familiar with gooseberry, then you have an idea of what it tastes like. If you're familiar with currants, you have an idea what it tastes like. If you're familiar with both, then that's what a Johansta berry tastes like. So that being said, I'll catch you on the next one. With everything, it is Friday, June 21st, 2024. It's about 8:40 in the morning, and I am getting ready to knock this deck out. I think I'm gonna start probably up front since it's shady right now. It's 78 degrees and we're going up to 90 today, so I want to get this knocked out in about 2 hours so I could be in and out. As far as this back goes, don't have much to do, just have these two corners, and that ain't gonna take me long, and then we'll move into this part. So let's see how much we could get accomplished in the next 2 hours, and I'll bring you back. There you go.
You ready?
Yeah. All right, so this one is going to be a little snuggier.
Yep. Yeah, but it's nice and straight.
Yeah. I don't know, the tarp might need to be a little readjusted because it's tight when you get to the pavers down, but
well,
yeah, we just screw it to the...
Screw those in, and then cut this to fit
in the middle.
in the middle.
Close up that gap.
Yep.
Anyway, it's now 7:45, and as you can see, there's still some kinks I need to work out with the greenhouse and getting that situated. So that project is gonna be carried into the weekend. I did manage to get the deck done. It's about, I'd say, 90% completed at this point. So for all intents and purposes, it's actually completed. Got everything stained inside and out. But since I have excess stain, I think I want to go over it one more time with a roller. I would like to get the treads on the outsides stained. And then I would also like to get a smaller brush and go in between each tread one more time to basically cover up some gaps like that. So that being said, I hope you guys had an awesome week, and here's looking forward to an awesome weekend. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.